launches it for a touchdown.
Would you look at that?
Evergreen.
Would you look at that?
Cool with the big three. Great. Takes it all the way now. Nice. Hey, we've made it here to week 7 here at McKenzie Stadium. We've got the second league game here for the Union Titans going up against the Heritage Timberwolves. Big game here for these two teams, Ryan. The weird thing is Union actually looking for their first league win. That's always surprising in week 7.
Yeah, it really is, and the way that Union put their schedule together this year, this is their only second league game of the season so far. And so, they had a rough loss against Skyview last week.
They did.
And that's 2 losses in a row. The week before that, they lost on a last second field goal.
Out in Puyallup. Yeah,
out in Puyallup. Sure. And so this is a team that's sitting, 2 losses in 2 weeks, and this is a program that isn't used to that. They're not familiar with that. And so
it's not since, what is that? Let me check my notes here. 2016 was the last time the Titans went back-to-back losses.
Yeah.
And so I would imagine that these guys are pretty stoked about this. Rod Lawrence, Ryan Vassbeiner, this is EPS Sports Network. We wanted to welcome everybody joining us here. You can also catch us out there on the YouTube channel, the Evergreen School District YouTube channel, as well as Channel 28 and Channel 328 for the HD version. Make sure you let all your friends and family know. The ones who are outside of our area, definitely send them over to the YouTube channel so they can enjoy watching their family members play this game on Friday Night Football here at McKenzie Stadium in Vancouver, Washington. During the tip-off, their Heritage deferred, so Union will be taking the ball over. Starting quarterback for the Union Titans. Looks like it's going to be Mr. C.J. Jordan. Remember the last time we watched this game, they actually put in Alex Gurman actually got a lot of run in that last game, but it looks like C.J. is back to the starting position. And he's going to be the ones looking to put a victory on the board here for the first league victory. Heritage trying yet to win a league game as well and trying to come out of that slump as well on their side of the ball. Heritage coming off a 4-game losing streak there, so these guys are really looking to really be able to set the tone here and get something started. That's going to be a short kick. It's going to get brought out to about the 45-yard line before the ball stopped. Well, there goes the starting quarterback walking out there on the field. That is going to be C.J. Jordan, and the familiar running back in the backfield for him, number 2, Isaiah Jones. They're going to come out right away in a shotgun. Strong side to the far side of the field. 2 receivers on top. And the sophomore, Tobias Merriweather, down at the bottom. Looking for a man right in the middle, and they're able to make that completion right away and make that catch. That is going to be, that looks like, and that is number 18 for the Titans. Let's see here who they have that. Number 18, that's going to be Jake Bowen. 6'3", 190-pound junior there. So big pass on the first play of the game, and that's going to bring him down inside the 25-yard line, 1st and 10 from there. Big story there is from Tobias Merriweather. He's their big guy, leading receiver for the Titans. Big guy, sophomore, 6'4". Lined up there at the numbers there at the bottom of your screen. Jordan gets the ball right there. Oh, the ball is going to be dropped right there, right off the line of scrimmage there. That's going to be Jack Eggleston, number 15, the intended receiver, not able to bring that one in. That'll bring up 2nd down. Jordan now has him set up. He's got trip receivers. He's going to roll out, looking for somebody down the field. Makes that catch. This time Eggleston's there to make the catch, and he's going to get out of bounds right at about the 10. So not a running play yet, Ryan. 3 passes, 2 of them completed.
No, Union has definitely gone to the air these first couple passes. They've been able to move the ball very effectively. This is a team they want to get out and score early, put the pressure on Heritage.
Sure do. First run there, they're going to give that one to Isaiah Jones, who after initial contact is going to get that ball down to the 5-yard line. That will bring up second down and goal. Jones now comes out of the game. Looks like they got the heavy package in there. Going to give it to the big man. Big number 56. That's the first time they've given the ball to him. That is going to be Rocky Matatella.
He almost got there.
He sure did. And Logan Wilson's got the up back playing fullback. So this is definitely what they call their heavy package, and he is going to drag the defender into for the touchdown right away. So with only 10:36 left to play in this first quarter, so not very much time off that clock at all, and Union's already on the board, 6-0.
Mate is listed as a lineman on the roster, and you can see why. It's always exciting. It's always exciting to go ahead and see one of the big boys
That's always
get
unfair.
in for 6.
6'3", 295 pounds. And they got him pounding the ball down there inside the 5.
You're going to need a brick wall to stop him.
Yeah, you sure will. Sonny Pitts set there to kick the extra. And he's going to get it. So Union, on their first possession of the first quarter, they are able to move right down the field and put points on the board right away. Well, they bunch of passing. I did kind of see out there that this could be kind of a telltale sign of what we might see the rest of this game. Tobias Merriweather was open a whole lot of times, and C.J. Jordan just chose to go other areas. So there's opportunity for him to spread this ball all over the football field tonight.
Yeah, there certainly is, and there's a lot of fire in this Union team tonight. Coming into Week 7 being 3-3 and a 500 record,
Yeah.
we talked a little bit like that before. At this point in the season, they're fighting for a playoff spot.
They are. Because they have the one loss to Skyview. They still have to play Camas before this is all over. That'll be Week 8, I think. Next week, I do believe that game is scheduled. So the Heritage offense be on the field here momentarily to see if they're going to be able to move the ball against this Union Titan. The Titans did show some vulnerability in the last 2 weeks of play. We'll see if the Heritage coaching staff has found a way to kind of take advantage of some of the weaknesses that they have. Got an equipment check here.
Well, and I think the big story there with the Union defense is that Darren Ulrich is out with a knee injury, and so he's not suited up tonight. He's on the sidelines giving his best inspirational speeches to his teammates, but he's going to be limited to what he can contribute, and the Union defense is really going to have to go ahead and step up.
Sure is. That ball's going to get picked up right at the 15. Looking for the far side of the field. Nice run back. Going to get tackled across the 40. Looks like they'll have his knee down at the 39. So 1st and 10 from the 39. Isaac Roa, the ball carrier on that kickoff. 1st down and 10. Starting quarterback for the Heritage Timberwolves, Nicky Scott. Tight formation, sends a man in motion. The ball's fumbled from the snap right there at the beginning. Looks like there is a Timberwolf that was able to fall on that. Isaac Roa. They'll lose about 3 yards out of that, bringing up 2nd down. They mark it on the 37, so we'll call it 2nd and 12. Sending a man in motion. Tries to give it right up the middle. Not a whole lot of room to run the ball there. Aiden Hermison comes in there. Going to roll out now. Has a man open. Is going to throw it high. Almost intercepted. The intended receiver on that play is Anthony Key. Little high on the pass there. Luckily, the Union secondary wasn't able to bring that in off the tip. But that will bring up fourth down, and Heritage will be kicking the ball back the other direction. Jacob Zapata is the punter. Driving punt. He's going to kick that out of bounds, and it'll go out at right about the 34-yard line. And Union will take the ball over in some pretty good field position. So Heritage, that first drive of theirs, I mean, aside from the pass play, pretty straightforward, pretty dry. Didn't try to do anything. Kind of testing the waters type of plays, I would think, in that first series for them.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they're testing where are they going to be successful? What type of mismatches are they going to have, if any, right? And they're just testing out the waters. They don't want to do anything.
There's a big pass there and he is there to make the big catch, and he has been open the entire time in that first set of series downs for the Titans, and that is Tobias Merriweather. Merriweather having no problem getting open against Caleb Lemire. And here's the replay. And as that ball is in the air, he just separates himself. Lemire there on the chase. Not a whole lot he could do there, but just make the tackle at the end. One more time into the end zone, and he goes up and brings that one down for the touchdown. Great job there. And that is by the receiver, Jake Bowen. Goes up right there in the corner, and Union once again right now on the scoreboard again. And it is now 13-0, the Union Titans. Looks like they may have it dialed in on this game. Two big passes.
Yeah, they certainly.
Merriweather and Bowen.
They certainly came to play tonight.
Yeah, they sure did. Pitts, once again, handles his responsibilities, and he's good. Here's a replay. He rolls out, kind of throws that one into his arm. Bowen does a great job just going up in the air and taking that at its highest point. I don't think Anthony Key even saw that ball coming. Just caught that right over the top of him.
One thing that I really appreciate about this Union program and Coach Rosenbach is that before the game, he got his players up for this one. It could have been very easy for Union to overlook this Heritage team. Yeah. And they came out firing, and, they're sitting up 14-0 with 8:52 left in the first. I mean, they've run a total of 7 plays.
Yeah.
Right? 7 plays and getting 2 TDs. And, they're ready to play ball tonight.
Yeah, they sure are. They sure are. Head coach over there for Heritage, Dennis Moody, I'm sure he's trying to just get his team to kind of settle down. They're playing against a good football team, and not to get caught up in the shock of this early scoring, and just kind of settle in there and start getting some tackling, get a nice little drive on this next series of downs that they're going to get. Key now makes it to the 20 before he's taken down. this a little bit here, just kind of talking about him. And Heritage is having a tough time, but Isaac Roa still has a whole lot of yards. 575 for the season so far, 2 touchdowns. He rushed for 163 just last week against Battleground. So, I mean, he's definitely got the skill set to kind of break this loose. Hand off to the running back on the far side. That's going to be Jared Padley, number 12. They're not going to give him anything out of this. He'll be right back to the line of scrimmage, bringing up second down. One thing to understand is the Timberwolves defense gave up 378 yards last week against Battleground. So, Union's they've already shown that they can pretty much take advantage of that. Quick slant, almost picked off there. Intended receiver out there on that far end was Jared Padley.
Yeah, that was a dangerous throw made by Nicky Scott there.
Yeah, sure was.
Led his receiver a little bit too much and almost into the arms of that Union defensive player.
Yeah. Yeah, I did misspeak earlier. Number 12 who carried the ball in that first down was Nicholson Detell. Key goes into motion. They're going to get him on the quick sweep. Pretty fast guy. He finds the corner. It's all the way up, and he's going to get run out of bounds. But he is going to get the first down out of that. Detell actually was out there throwing a real good block to help Key get that edge here. And you'll see that on the replay as he comes into the frame right now and gets a nice little stock block out there to create some more movement and room there for Mr. Key. Nice run up about 11 yards. That'll move the chains and bring up first down. As they hand that ball right up the middle. The Titan front four all over that, not letting them get much of anything out of that. That's Isaac Roa, their leading rusher. Looks like he actually lost a yard on that, so we'll bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, so far tonight, Union's done a great job plugging those holes up in the middle and not really allowing anything in between the tackles.
Oh, they sure haven't. I think that ball got tipped as they got it out there. The intended receiver on that play is Padley. Wasn't able to get that one in. Scott looking a little rushed so far. His passes are just off the mark so far tonight. He's almost had 2 picked off, so he's got to be real careful that they don't turn this ball over down here in this part of the field and give Union an opportunity to go up by 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, he just needs to settle down a little bit, find his intended target and make a good throw.
Yep, sure does. Nice 3-step drop, gets the ball out to the flat there to Detell. Makes the catch, tries to get that upfield. He's going to get run out of bounds at about the 38. That will bring up 4th down and a little too much for them to try to go for it, so the kicker comes back out on the field. Jacob Zepeda, number 3, so that's their punter right there. Kind of gets that one off. It's going to be caught right at the 33-yard line. Going to bounce this to the outside, trying to find the corner, and he finds it, but he's going to get run out of bounds at about the 50-yard line. That is Tobias Merriweather, but there is a penalty flag there. And I think that might have a little bit to do with that new rule they got on the field where you got to see him coming. No more of those blindside hits. We'll see if that's what they actually call this. But there is a flag down there on about the 47-yard line. And that is the case. Gone are the days where you can double back and catch somebody sleeping and take them off their feet. They ain't going to let you do that anymore. So that is going to be a penalty, and that will march them back.
That's a good thing at this level.
Yeah, it sure is.
I mean, it's fun to watch, but we want all these kids to
be able to do some other things
and
when they
be able to go to school
when
on
they
Monday.
stop playing football, right? Have all their faculties about them. Yeah, that's. I've seen some brutal hits on those crackbacks, them sneak arounds. So with the penalty, that'll back Union up to looks like the 32-yard line. They'll be first down and 10 from there. Conference there in the middle of the field. Looks like they've gotten it all figured out. They'll put the ball on the 33. First and 10 from the 33. Quick pass right out there in the middle of the field. It's going to be caught. He's going to get across midfield and drug down at about the 45-yard line. Jack Eccleston, here's that replay. Just kind of gets right there and just kind of sits about 5 yards off the line of scrimmage. It's a nice little run afterwards. Andrew Gray brings him down. That'll be first down and 10. Malachi Campbell now the lone receiver down here at the bottom of your screen on the numbers. 6 foot, 175-pound senior. They're going to hand this ball off. Hard downhill run there for Jones. Jones will get across the 35. Bring up second and 1. Trip receivers to the far side. Jordan rolling out. Tries to throw the ball back across his body. Goes up for another touchdown. Great job right there for the receiver. Kind of tracked that one down like a baseball being hit to center field. He just kind of ran underneath that and brought that down for the touchdown. And that is going to be Malachi Campbell there. Number 3 brings in the touchdown. And that's going to push the score to 20-0. And we still have a little under 5 minutes to play in the first quarter, Ryan. And we are already talking about 3 scores down for the Heritage Timberwolves.
Yeah, we are. I mean, you know, we talked about how Union is hungry to come out here and get a win. But that was a big-time pass by C.J.
Sure
Jordan.
was.
I mean, you know, across his body, cross field. I mean, there's not a lot of quarterbacks in this league that can make that throw.
No, and generally a big no-no.
Right.
Got a nice little instant replay.
I mean,
Yeah, and he just kind of winged that one out there. Great job there by the receiver for the concentration to get up underneath that and just let it drop right into his arms for the touchdown.
Yeah, and that just shows the type of trust that Jordan has in his receivers to make that throw, that his receivers can get up and get that ball.
Right, they're going to go get it. Ball hawks.
Right.
So Heritage needing to figure it out on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively, and kind of slow this this train down. The Union Titan train is rolling downhill hard right now. So Timberwolves definitely have to put something together to kind of slow these guys down a little bit. Anthony Keys set up as the deep man. Key is going to let this ball bounce into the end zone, and they'll take the ball over on their 20.
Yeah, already in this first quarter, Union's sitting at over 160 yards passing, 9 yards rushing.
Yeah. Yeah, working on the passing game this first quarter. We'll see how they handle that when Nicky Scott has his team huddled up out there on the field. Gonna hand this one off right up the middle. They'll get a couple out of it. Bring up second down. So I'm going to hand that off. Nice little cut up into the crease to get some good yards out of that. And he'll get brought down right there on the 27-yard line. Andre Cowley, the runner on that play. Gets out there and cuts that up once he realizes that crease on this pitch. Gets right in underneath that block. Nice little run. Officials talking about it. I don't see a penalty flag, but the down marker hasn't been moved yet, so we'll see what's going on here. And it looks like there is going to be a penalty against the Titans. I didn't see a flag.
I didn't either.
It maybe got thrown and picked up. That does get them the automatic first down, and that'll move the chains. Something the Timberwolves desperately needed is to go ahead and keep this ball as long as they possibly can. Looking for the rollout. He is going to get sacked and is going to take a big loss for that. Surrounded there. Looks like the sack is going to be credited to Malachi, number 3, I do believe. Yeah, Malachi Campbell, number 3, gets in there, and he's going to get the credit for that sack. Looks like they blitz him from the DB position.
Heritage just can't seem to get anything going. You know, they get a little break, they get a little momentum, and then they get set right back.
Yeah, they sure do. Going to send the guy in motion right up the middle again. Nice little sidestep there for Cowley. He'll get tripped up, though, and go down right there at the 26-yard line. Scott brings him up to the line of scrimmage. Hands this one off. Inside handoff to Key. Key looking for somewhere to go. Can't find a crease to get into. And he's going to take a loss on this play of about a yard and a half. That'll bring up fourth down, and the punt team once again on the field. Merriweather sitting at about the 50-yard line waiting to receive this punt. Take the snap. This time he's going to kick it up there. Merriweather's going to catch it and makes the first guy miss. This time he is going to get tackled right there. Gets tackled right at the 50, but they'll get him with forward momentum. And they'll give him it looks like the 47-yard line. So Union's going to take the ball over in the Heritage territory. Defense definitely having to kind of buckle up the chin straps and and make a stand here.
Yeah, they really do.
Trip receivers to the far side. They're going to fake it and bootleg it out. Looking for the man coming across the middle. That was the tight end who was dragged across the field from the backside, and that is going to be Kellen Milliken, number 17, right there. The intended receiver, ball a little high. Merriweather running a clearing route just to kind of give him some room underneath to come across the field. Going to bring up 2nd and 10. Jumps back, gets a quick little screen off to the far side. Is only going to get about 2 yards out of that. This is Jake Bowen. Their first 3rd and long situation since the game started here. I got a split backfield. And that'll back him up a little more there. Looks like the lineman got a little anxious.
You know, this will be a big down for Heritage to get this stop. Get a little bit of momentum going their way.
Rocky Matea, or Matela, I should say. Bring up 3rd down and 14. Pistol formation, slots on either side. Jordan drops back, looks for his man down the field. Off the mark there for Tobias Merriweather. Skylar Scoggins there to step underneath that if that ball had been thrown a little lower. Trips to the far side. He's going to roll to the wide side of the field, looking for somebody to throw that ball to. Another thrower back across his backfield. Across his body towards the middle of the field, which is something we've always talked about. If you're an offensive coach, offensive coordinator, you'd never do that. He got away with it and got a big touchdown to get the 21 points, to get the 21 points. But that is a pass that every day, all day, your OC is going to tell you do not throw.
Right. Well, exactly. And here's the replay. This turns into an interception that looks like it appears to be stripped. Mm-hmm. He throws across his body. It's intercepted. He definitely has control of the football, but then it looks like it's stripped by Jake Bowen before either of them hit the ground.
Yeah, so we'll see exactly what happened here.
Give the ball. It looks like they're going to give the ball to Union, but there's also a flag on the play.
Yep. And that's probably a holding penalty from back there where that was. So let's see how they're going to play this one out. So there's the holding call against the Union Titans. So that trumps everything that happened other than the interception. But since they got that back, then now they're going to have to deal with the penalty.
Well, if Union came up with that football, is Heritage not able to go ahead and decline that penalty and get the ball over on downs?
They could have. Decided to take that big 4th and 26. We'll see if Union can capitalize on that. Going for Merriweather. Merriweather's open right there. This time he's surrounded by 2 receivers. Not able to bring that one in.
I think Heritage got away with that one a little bit.
Yeah, they sure did.
Seemed to be a little handsy, but looks
Caleb Lemaire right there to kind of get in the way and prevent him from bringing that one in. So Union turns the ball over on downs, and Heritage gets the ball for the first time tonight in some pretty decent field position. And here goes that replay. He's got 2 of them, yeah. Nice defensive stand there. Going to hand this ball off Nice little step. That's Detel. Detel gets to, looks like about the 32-yard line before he is stopped. Now it looks like they have him marked at the 33, so that'll bring it up 2nd down and 6.
What's the difference in that and going for a touchdown pass when we're up 55-0? It seems
Slot receivers down here at the bottom of the screen. Get it out there real quick. The Union defense closes on him pretty fast. It's not going to allow him to get much out of it. They'll take him back to the original line of scrimmage. It's Nicholas Detel. Scott gets his play from his OC, brings it in. 3rd down and 6. And they hand that ball in again. Nice little run. Just kind of running sideways, finding the creases. Gets across the 30-yard line down to about the 29. That'll bring up 4th down and short. Doesn't look like they're going to run the punt team out there, so they're going to go for this.
I think you have to at this point.
I would have to agree with you.
Being down 3 scores, you've got field position that's been better than anything else you've seen tonight. It's 4th and short.
And with that, we have expired the first quarter here. Union on top by 3 scores, 21-0. Heritage finally got some good field position and thinking about going for it on 4th down and 2. So coach feeling a little confident in the offense. Offense feeling a little confident about themselves. We'll see if they'll be able to get this and sustain this drive and possibly get some points on the scoreboard here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, for sure. If you're Heritage, I think you have to go back to Andre Cowley for this play. I mean, he's got extremely quick feet and able to move laterally to get through the tackles. I mean, you're only looking for 2 yards to get a new set of downs, and I think that's the way that you got to go.
Yeah, you're right. He has been pretty good tonight at finding those creases and kind of stepping into them.
Mm-hmm.
Different type of runner than Roa and Detel. But his style, his running style tonight seems to be helping out a little better than that just kind of downhill, shoulders parallel to the line of scrimmage, lowering your head type of thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Cowley stays in the game, lines up in the backfield as the lone running back. Wings are Detel and Key. Quick pitch out to Key. Key is not going to get enough for the first down, but there is a penalty flag that comes in a little late, so we'll kind of see what's going on there. We'll see who this penalty flag's on. And it's going to be holding against Heritage, which is going to be declined, and Union will take the ball over on downs themselves. 4th down and 1st and 10 going back the other direction. So the Union defense did a good job stringing that play out. Key would have had to just step up in there. He kind of let himself get strung out there to the sidelines until he didn't really have any place to go. At some point, you just got to put your foot in the turf and go upfield. Isaac Jones takes that handoff. Runs pretty hard there. He's going to get a couple out of that one. And here we go. Looking for a man right there on the numbers. There to make the catch. Nice run afterwards. Eggleston doing pretty good so far. Some nice runs after the catch here. Here's another one. Just kind of settles in the soft spot there in the defense, and it's a whole lot of yards after that catch. Drops back. Eggleston's up and by himself again. Drops the ball right there on him. And he is going to get dragged down inside the 5-yard line. So that big catch will move the chains. And here is the replay. Eggleston was opened right now on this play. He just kind of released upfield. And there's nobody there to guard him. Gregory Seth there to make that stop to prevent the touchdown.
Yeah, here it looks like Jordan just went ahead and took it around the outside of the tackle to go ahead and get 6.
Well, there you go. First scores here in the first quarter by the Union Titans. And they have found themselves 4 scores on top of the Heritage Timberwolves. Set there for the snap. There's the kick. And Pitts will put another one through the uprights. 28-0. 10:52 left to play in the first half. Titans in clear command of this game. Heritage reeling here, struggling off both offensively and defensively to keep these guys in check. It's just not happening right now.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest issues for Heritage right now is that the secondary for Heritage is so afraid of Union's speed. And Union has a lot of it that they have to give them so much room so they don't get behind them.
You're correct.
Problem is they're giving them so much room they're wide open on the front side.
Yeah.
And they're not able to close in and at least contest for those balls once they're thrown up.
Yeah, they sure are. They're having a tough time. I mean, the chalk talk is pretty obvious. You have to respect the speed, so you have to back off of them a little bit. And when they catch the ball, it's going to be all about closing fast and making good tackles after the ball is caught, because we've seen some pretty good runs after the catch. So Pitt's handling the kicking responsibilities right now. That ball's going to be fielded right there inside the 10. And he's not going to get too far. They will not make it back to the 20. It looks like they've got to the 16. So it'll be first down and 10 from the 16-yard line. Nicky Scott takes the team to the line of scrimmage there. Wing formation. Sends a man in motion. Right now, nice pass. Almost picked off. Intended receiver is going to be Caleb Lemire on a quick slant route. He's not going to be able to bring that catch in, though. That'll bring up second and 10. Lemire comes off the field. Looks like he may have got a little banged up on that play as he walks to the sidelines holding his wrist. Another handoff right up the middle. And that is not going to go anywhere. Heritage's front line there is just giving the Timberwolves fits as far as trying to get some momentum there on that line of scrimmage. Breaks formation again this time. We got receivers going to hand that off on a delayed handoff right up the middle of the field. This is probably the best run we've seen so far for the Timberwolves. Cowley's going to get down to the 30-yard line, and that will be enough to move the chains. Nice little delayed handoff. Kind of caught the linebacker sleeping just a little bit. Got to level 2, and he had some room. Here it is right here.
Yeah, and I think that needs to be the game plan for Heritage going forward. You got to do something to lull that Union defense to sleep a little bit.
Oh, a nice little pickup block as they come through here, and Cowley gets it's a nice little run again.
You know, whether it's a couple runs right up the gut from Cali, or maybe it's a couple little out routes to the sideline to gain a few yards at a time to kind of, just lull that Union defense to sleep, and then hit them with a big play for big gains. I mean, it's tough to do offensively.
Yeah.
But they got to figure something out in order to get this offense going.
They sure do. And here goes the replay here. And it looks like they're going to get helmet-to-helmet contact there. Good pickup there by the camera crew. That'll move the Timberwolves into Titan territory. First down and 10 from the 46-yard line.
Certainly not what they teach for safe time. Whatever it was not something they train.
Send the man in motion. Quick pitch. Not able to find that edge. Cole Rodman, they're playing that outside backer, not letting them get that edge, and brings him down. Lose about 2, bring up second down. And that's going to back him up there. Little movement there from the line.
Traditionally, Heritage coaches, mother.
And it's better than kicking small where there's no filter and no barrier.
Well, that'll back them up 5 more from the original loss. So now we're looking at second down and 17 to go. They'll need to get down to the 36-yard line for the first down. Nice little inside handoff. Trying to get a little bit back of that penalty yardage. It looks like they got about a little over half of that back, and it'll bring up third down and 13. Quick pitch, looking for that edge, finds it, he tries to step in there, spins out of that initial tackle. Looks like he gets chased out of bounds there. Logan Wilson was there trying to pull him down, tried to make a shirt tackle. I don't know if he just got kind of twisted up and trying to make that tackle and ended up letting him go. He's over there stretching it out now, so he probably just had his body twisted in a weird way. This time, Timberwolves not going to go for it. They're going to bring out the kicking team, and Zapata is going to go ahead and kick this one off. Merriweather standing right there between the 15 and 20-yard line.
It was just dumping buckets. Shallow put side just like, we're just going to start the running clock right now. We didn't even do that.
We got to delay a game call on the Timberwolves. They do have field clocks down there on the field, so the players are aware of how much time is left on the clock. They may have taken this one purposely just to give themselves a little more room.
Yeah, I think you're right. Zepeda's got a great leg on him. He's able to really drive the ball as he punts it.
That's going to be a high one that's going to get away from him. And it's going to get picked off and taken all the way back in for the touchdown. So not only did Union's offense put a bunch of points on the board, now here it is for Aiden Holt. Special team score now, and that's going to push the score over 30.
Yeah, that's got to be frustrating for Heritage. You get a high snap on the punt that Zepeda's not able to bring down. He chooses not to fall on it, but try to make something out of it. He was actually able to break that first tackle. And he gives it a heave and right into
here it is.
Arms.
It's a fire call. A lot of people know who played football for that's when the punter or the kicker on an extra point or something like that mishandles it. It's fire, fire, fire. Your end guys go out for a pass.
Right.
That's kind of the way they do that. Him. Obviously, Zepeda's not a quarterback, was throwing off his back leg, so, not really able to get anything out there. And Hoyt right there to just kind of pick that one off and score. So now we've got 34-0 now the score here.
Looks like there was a flag on the play.
Okay, so it does look like whatever that penalty is, it's not going to be assessed on the extra point attempt here. Pitts. Set up. He's going to kick that one through, and it's going to be good as well. So Pitts has not missed tonight. Score is now 35-0. Dangerously close to the running clock rule here already and we're only halfway through this second quarter. So Ryan, what are you thinking? I mean, what does Heritage need to do here to kind of get themselves back into this game?
I think, well, I think they need to start defensively, right?
Yeah.
On the defensive side of that ball, they have to keep the receivers in front of them, but they have to get a little physical with them.
Yeah, they sure do.
They have to start to bump them off the routes a little bit and put that pressure on those receivers to make the big plays rather than just be wide open, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And when you do that, you get the receivers a little bit nervous. The quarterback isn't as comfortable because he's really got to start to thread the needle with his passes.
Yeah.
And then offensively, they've got to come up with something new to get their offensive momentum going.
Yeah, no, they sure do. They sure do. So the big penalty there on Union Titans, they're going to be backed all the way up to, it looks like they're going to kick the ball off from the 12-yard line. So now Heritage has an opportunity to get some very, very good field position here on this. Officials figuring it out, making sure that they have the ball spotted in the right place. That is a big penalty there against the Titans.
That is a big penalty, and this is a great opportunity for Heritage to gain a little bit of momentum before the half. They're going to be put in a good spot, get a decent return, and they're going to have some good field position going into this drive.
Yeah, they sure are. They sure are. There is a pretty good breeze going on down there on the field. If you kind of look at the flag there at the end of the stadium, it hasn't stopped blowing since this game has started. So there's a nice little breeze down there as well.
And the fall is here in Southwest Washington.
It sure is.
Watch Union recover this.
Going to pick that up on the hop on the 42. He will get across midfield and get run out of bounds at about the 47-yard line. Anthony Key always playing the deep man for the Heritage Timberwolves. Pretty good run there by that young man as he gets across midfield, and they get first down and 10 from the 48-yard line. Sends a man in motion. Going to hand that right up top. Another hard run there by Cowley, who just refuses to go down. They'll stop his momentum at the 45-yard line, so they'll give him about 3 yards on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 6. Baytel goes into motion on the far side. They're going to hand this ball off again to Cowley. Cowley does a good job breaking through the line there, getting to level 2. He's going to go down at about the 39-yard line. It's like just a yard shy of the first down, so it'll bring up 3rd and short. Man in motion, going to hand it off again. This time Cowley not able to find it. Tried to step up into a hole and find the crease, and then the linebacker slid with him and caught him right there in the middle. We'll see he actually lost a yard on this, so it'll bring up 4th down and 2. Heritage wasn't successful in the last time they on the 4th and 2, and they decided to go for it, but they're going to do that again here. Man in motion, they're going to give it to the man Crowley. He is going to get stopped at the 40-yard line, so once again, they are going to fail on their attempt to get a first down on the 4th down. And they will turn the ball over on downs.
Yeah, and that's a real missed opportunity by Heritage, starting with the field position that they did.
So we've got 5 minutes, 46 seconds left in this first half. Union on top, 35-0. Another handoff on the bootleg. Nowhere for the running back to go on that play.
That was a great stop by Drake Pilcher in the Union backfield.
Yeah, sure was. Young, the ball carrier on that play. I'm looking for a man downfield, decides to let it go. Just a little too hot for that receiver as it goes in and out of his hands. Liam Boyce, the intended receiver on that play. He's not able to bring that one in, so it'll bring up 3rd down and 14. Jordan looking for a man down the middle of the field. Has him. This time it is going to be Liam who's there to make that catch, and he's going to get down to the 25-yard line. There's the replay. Nice job. Just found him right down the middle of the field. You know, the receivers are doing a great job just kind of dropping into the areas. And this time the quarterback's going to take that one all the way in. Designed run there for C.J. Jones, who kind of faked that one, kept it, bootlegged it out. And but we do have a flag on the play, and that's probably going to be holding, and that is definitely what the call is going to be, so that will back them up 10. From it looks like right about the 15-yard line. So that holding call will back them up 10. That'll take them back to the original line of scrimmage. It's a nice little run there by Jordan, who was able to get his way into the secondary and get a nice little stiff arm and forces his way into open field, and then just couldn't get stopped. First and 10 from the 25. Drops back. Looks like he's going to get flushed out of the pocket. Still trying to find a receiver downfield, and it looks like there might have been a little mix-up. He had two receivers right there in the same area, and neither one of them looked like that they were expecting that football, so that'll bring up second down. All right, Jordan gets him back to the line of scrimmage here. Going to hand this ball off this time. Long keeps it. He's going to get down to the 20-yard line before he's drugged down. Andrew Gray there to make the stop. This time they come to three guys in the formation. Design rollout, still looking upfield for a receiver. Leading the way, but lets this one go into the end zone. And Tobias Merriweather there to make the catch in the back of the end zone to put 6 more points here on the scoreboard, making the score 41-0 with 4:03 left to play in this half. We are running clock status now.
We are running clock. And this is another one of those crossbody throws by Jordan. He's able to find his receiver, Merriweather.
Yeah.
And he put it in the corner of the end zone where Merriweather really had to accelerate and go get that football.
He sure did. And he did a whole lot of directing there. You saw him kind of pointing and running people in the direction. The receivers realizing that once their quarterback gets out of the pocket and starts to scramble, then they break off their routes and kind of look for an open area to get to give that quarterback a chance. Jordan doing a great job there directing traffic to find Merriweather in the back of the end zone. So for those of you who don't know, when we mentioned the running clock, once you are beating an opponent by 40 or more points, it's the mercy rule. The clock continues to run, and if Heritage doesn't get on the scoreboard, it will be a running clock through the second half as well. Yeah, well, it just looks like now, Ryan, that Union has got their number. Obviously, the back-to-back losses probably, I would imagine, created a very, very focused practice for these young men. And I'm not seeing a lot of mistakes. I mean, they're playing some pretty good football right now. I mean, and I don't really see Heritage. I mean, defensively, they haven't really missed a lot of tackles. You know, the play calling for the Heritage for the Titans has been to the point where they've just been the right calls at the right time. We've saw some find some extra space and create some good things here for the Titans.
Yeah, you're right. And Heritage, you're right. Heritage hasn't had a lot of missed tackles, but what they've given way too much cushion in their secondary to the Union receivers, and they haven't been able to go ahead and collapse on them and make a play.
Yeah, you're correct. Heritage will take that ball. They do not make it to the 20-yard line. Cameron Hart, the ball carrier on that play, he will get them down to about the 17-yard line. It'll be first down and 10. We'll 18-yard line, and that'll be first and 10 from there. And we've got penalty flags here. See who they were. Union had an issue with personnel on the field. And that will be a call against Union. Too many guys on the field there. That'll move the ball 5. It'll bring up first down and 5 for the Timberwolves. All right, Scott steps up. Rolling, looking for a receiver. Finds one right there at the 30-yard line. That's going to be Lemire there to make that catch. That will move the chains. First down and 10 from the 30.
Yeah, that's Heritage's only second pass for positive yards so far in this half.
Roll out looking for a guy in the flats. Has a man. Oh, picked off there. Nice athletic move there by the linebacker who drops into the route and picks that off. That is Cole Reedman. Good job by that young man as he standard rollout, and he just kind of drops back into it. Dettell was the receiver Scott was trying to get the ball to. Just didn't have enough on it to get him over that defender. Hand the ball off again. Jordan looking for somebody. Lets it go right in the middle of the field. There's Tobias Merriweather again. And he is there to bring that ball right down in the middle of the football field on the 1 yard line. So Tobias Merriweather having a very good game tonight. After getting a little banged up a little earlier in the year, he has definitely come back.
That's the 5th completed pass tonight for Union. That's been over 30 yards.
Oh, it sure is. C.J. Jordan just standing back there with plenty of time. You give a quarterback that much time, the receiver's going to make the catch. It is definitely hard to defend the ball that long as a DB. So it is on the 1 yard line down there. So it'll be first down and goal from that 1. This time looking for a pass, and it is going to be completed. And that is going to be Eggleston there who gets that one in for the touchdown, making the score 48. 2:41 left to play. So 2 interceptions, both of them lead to touchdowns for the Union Titans. Pitts here to do his thing. That's going to be good. Almost 50 points in the first half of play, right?
It's impressive.
It is.
I mean, Heritage has had a few mistakes. Here's the extra point for that last touchdown to Merriweather. Just a simple rollout.
Yeah, it sure is.
But, you talked about Union being extremely focused this week in practice, and I think it really comes back to their loss to Skyview last week.
Oh, I'm sure it does.
So that was their third loss of the season.
Uh-huh.
Their loss to Eastlake was close. Their loss to Puyallup was close. But then they go across town to Skyview and they get blown out.
Yeah, they sure do.
30, what was it, 33-3?
Yeah.
And so that's not something that Union has been subjected to this year or in the years past.
Right.
And that's always been a great game between Skyview and Union.
Yeah, it always has been.
But to go out there and get beat like that, Coach Rosenbach came into practice this week extremely focused. They're going to work extremely hard.
Yeah.
And they're coming out here to make a statement that says, hey, we're not going to roll over. We're still going to go ahead and we're going to make the playoffs, or we're going to be a team that can contend.
Now, isn't that your alma mater?
It is.
Oh, okay.
Roll, Storm, roll.
Yeah. I'd throw that out there, give you an opportunity to gloat a little bit about that game. Pitt's now ready to get him started off here. Nice high kick. Be fielded right at the 10-yard line. Oh, gets there, slung to the carpet there on the shirt tackle. That will get a penalty flag there by the officials, unnecessary roughness. With that penalty, that'll give Heritage some decent field position here.
He certainly will, and that was a great return by Heritage. I mean, he really had that last tackle to beat before he was essentially home free.
Yeah, sure was. Sure was. And the unnecessary roughness call is going to get tacked 15 more yards onto the end of that run and get him just right there outside of Titan territory. Scott hands him in there, a nice inside handoff to the running back. Looks like they're going to get him right back to the line of scrimmage. Anthony Key, the running back. All right, here we are just going to hit the 2-minute warning at this snap. Nowhere for him to go. Anthony Key trying to turn the corner and get that one upfield. Logan Wilson there to make the stop.
And that's going to be a false start on Heritage. That's going to go ahead and back them up. We're going to go ahead and replay third down. It's like 3rd and 14. With a minute 12 remaining and counting here in the first half. Got Nikki Scott under center. Trips down to the bottom of your screen. Inside handoff is fumbled, but it looks like it is go ahead and recovered by Andre Cowley. And that is going to go ahead and bring up 4th down with less than a minute to play. Heritage is going to go ahead and bring out the punt team. Jacob Cepeda, the punter. And they will be forced to go ahead and get this punt off before time expires in this first half. It's like they're going to go ahead and run this play clock down. Oh, and it was snapped. Zepeda was not expecting that. He does get the punt off. It is picked up by Merriweather. There's a flag on the play, but that's going to go ahead and bring up the end of the first half. Heritage is headed to the locker room, but you can't end the half on a penalty. The penalty is declined. Well, Heritage headed to the locker room. And it looks like that will be half. We've got Union on top, 49, Heritage 0. At the end of this first half, we're going to go ahead and take it down to Matt and Rodney at the truck for the halftime show. Boys, take it away.
I'm Matt Griffin, executive producer of EPS Sports, joined by Rodney Lawrence from up in the press box.
Yeah.
Let's start with the obvious question. If you're Heritage coaches, what do you do to keep these guys from getting so discouraged?
Well, I mean, it's a tough game. I mean, Union is a good football team. They came off a big loss last week. They're not making a whole lot of mistakes. As far as Heritage, I would tell them, just keep playing hard. I mean, we're already at a running clock type of a situation already. Now it's about just making sure the kids do good things for the rest of the game.
Okay, now Union last week, kind of a shocker for them to lose to Skyview. This game, of course, can't be a true test of what they can do.
No, not at all, not at all. They, it's interesting how, you know, what you're seeing. When we were in the booth talking to Ryan, I kind of talked about not seeing a whole lot of mistakes from Union. They're playing some real crisp, clean football. I mean, they're playing against a team that they're obviously better than.
Right.
But you're not seeing a whole lot of mistakes, and that's something that probably Coach Rosenbach has got to be real excited about.
Okay, so as we move forward into league play, is there going to be another challenge that Union faces? Camas, of course, I mean, the other powerhouse perennial.
The other powerhouse perennial out there. So it's it's always been the three: Union, Skyview, and Camas, and they kind of pass around that league championship over the years. Skyview, I think, caught everybody off guard with that big win they had against them last week. Camas are rolling once again. I think that's going to be a pretty big game. You know, the surprising thing is Union's still looking for their first league win. So obviously tonight it looks like they're going to get it. It's going to get them 1-1 in the league, but it's going to be interesting how it kind of plays off. I think Skyview still needs to play Camas, and then Union I think has them next week.
All right. Well, thanks. We'll see you back up in the press box for the second half.
All righty.
All right.
Sounds
Thanks,
good.
Rodney. Work is rapidly progressing on 3 elementary schools being built as part of the Envision Evergreen Facilities Bond. Craig Burnback recently paid a visit to Sifton Elementary School to check out how the construction is progressing over there.
Hello and welcome to this Envision Evergreen update. I'm Craig Burnback and I'm joined by Sifton's principal, Angie Mitchell. We're at your site and you've got walls up. That's got to be exciting.
It's very exciting. We've been able to watch all of this from the first day of school. Everything has gone up right in front of our eyes.
And when you check out the walls, what are you imagining?
Oh, it's exciting. Everything, flexibility, lots of different ways to use the space. New, innovative, completely different than what we're living in right now.
All right, let's go check out one of those innovative spaces,
All right.
the Commons. All right, Angie, we're walking out here to the commons area, and this is a big space for you in the school.
Oh, it's huge. It's huge. We don't have anything like this right now. This right here is our cafeteria. Mainly, we can have breakfast in here for all of our students. Right now, they eat in their classrooms. And it's also where we'll have lunch outside of where we're currently eating in our gymnasium. So we have a completely separate space for the gymnasium. In this space, we can also have our assemblies anytime we want them. Right now in our school, any opportunity for an assembly competes with PE time and eating time.
And while this open space is a wonderful learning opportunity, students spend a lot of time in the classroom. So let's go check out your new classrooms.
Okay, great.
All right, we're walking into this classroom, but this is actually 2 classrooms.
Right. So this is 2 classrooms. This is something we're really excited about. This is 1 classroom, so you could have the wall closed and have traditional 2 classrooms, or you can open it up, which allows us a lot of flexibility with teaching and with learning with students. So this is an opportunity we haven't had at our previous building in order to teamwork together, and so we're really excited about that.
And the windows.
Yeah. So in between, you'll notice when you get into each classroom, there's a huge window on one side, and that sunshine goes right through the glass doors into the learning street, which go straight through with visibility into the next classroom and the windows that match on the opposite side. So you can imagine all the sunlight that'll be coming through our school.
Which is awesome. Another thing that's awesome is the new media center. We got to go check that out.
All right.
Let's go. Angie, we're here at the media center, and this is a good view for us because this will be all windows, right?
Yes, from the floor all the way up to the ceiling, windows all the way across the media center to bring in lots of natural light for our kids, and really a place where we have the state-of-the-art technology. It's in the heart of the building. You can see all the way through to the entrance of the school.
All right, and your library in your current school built in 1958.
Right.
So this is going to be much different for the students and a lot of new things.
Yes, yeah, it was so separated. Our current library has been so separated from each of the classrooms. So this is right here in the middle of the school. You can see that our floors are going to be heated. We are really active in the library. You'll see kids laying on the floor reading books, and we want to make sure that they're comfortable and enjoying the books that they're checking out every week.
So much done, but so much to be done. We'll keep checking in with you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
And once again, we want to say thank you to Principal Angie Mitchell for the hospitality while we were out there. And of course, RNC Management and Pence Construction are doing a great job on the brand new Sifton Elementary School. Right now, we want to take a musical interlude. The Mountain Express Choir from Mountain View High School recently won a radio contest to perform on stage with legendary rock band Foreigner. The band was kind enough to let us record the band's performance last Sunday night at A Casino and Resort. Take a listen.
Will you sing this next song with us? Will you sing it? Yes, that's what I wanted to hear. Yes, it makes me feel good. Lets me know we're all on the same page, reading from the same beautiful book about love and about groove. Oh, yeah. sound great, and I hope you had a great time, all right? Thank you guys, thank you. And I also want to remind everybody out there about the constant lack of funding for school music programs. So it's up to you, get on social media, talk to your politicians, talk to your school board, and keep these creative dreams alive, all right? Make some big noise for them on the way out. Thank you guys, come on now. Keep it up for them, keep it up, keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going for them. Keep it going. Mr. Tom Gimble.
Hello, I'm Craig Burnback with Evergreen Public Schools with a simple message: just apply. If you're a middle or high school student in Evergreen, Vancouver, Camas, Washougal, or Battleground Public Schools, C-Tran wants to give you a free bus pass. Vincent is a junior at Mountain View High School.
I use the Youth Opportunity Pass just to go anywhere that I need to because I don't drive. So whether it's hanging out with my friends, maybe at Fred Meyer's, or going to the library to study, I'll normally just take the bus to get there.
This past summer, he used his pass to get to and from an internship near Clark College.
And don't forget about after school and summer jobs, which is another big driver for us to want to be able to support this. We think it's a great way, for kids, students to be able to get to their jobs. So that's a really important part of this program as well.
Sophia is another Mountain View student, and she highlights another great benefit of the Youth Opportunity Pass: free access to the Furstenberg and Marshall community centers during non-school hours.
I want to go to Furstenberg so I can practice my dance team and maybe also lift some weights and get some more arm strength. Yes, that's really, really exciting that I get to go and use Furstenberg and C-Tran all for free.
The Youth Opportunity Pass is a big hit at Mountain View, with more than 400 students signing up in a given year.
From what I can tell, they're maximizing what it offers. I mean, it's a good community service that C-Tran provides.
And how easy is it to sign up? We asked Sophia.
It was super easy. I just had to pick up a form, had my parents sign it, and then I just stuck it back, and then they gave me a sticker.
The Youth Opportunity Pass is also available to students at the Washington School for the Deaf, the Washington School for the Blind, and the Next Success Program. For Evergreen Public Schools, I'm Craig Burnback. Here's a look at how you can keep up to date with Evergreen Public Schools on social media. Check out our Facebook page, facebook.com/EvergreenPS. Follow us on Twitter at EvergreenPS. Our Instagram account is Evergreen_public_schools. And check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/EvergreenSchools.
If you visited an Evergreen Public Schools campus this year, or even driven past one, you may have seen the signs. Signs with messages like, "Don't give up," "You are not alone," and "Your life matters." This Signs of Hope campaign is part of a partnership with a local nonprofit, Our City Cares, aiming to combat suicide.
I think it's important for us to use every platform available to us to make sure that community members, including our students, are aware that we actually care about them. Not only inside of the building, but out in the community too. Sometimes it's too much for a student to come into a building just to get that positive feedback. And hopefully by seeing these signs and banners that they see around the community, they will be able to read them, take some positivity from them, and change the course of any plan that they might have.
Our City Cares was launched by Cheryl and Joe Stevens, who lost their son John to suicide in 2016. They turned their grief into hopeful action, spreading the message that for people in turmoil, your life does matter, and you are not alone. Their partnership with Evergreen Public Schools and other local school districts is aimed at giving students and community members uplifting messages and resources in times of crisis.
The intent is to provide information that might not readily be available to a student in times of crisis, that they can't have a face-to-face conversation with somebody, so they see these messages and make a mental note of the telephone number and realize there's another way for them to seek help rather than going face-to-face with somebody, that they can actually reach out via telephone or text or another mechanism.
And that's the message of these signs of hope, that you can and should reach out in times of crisis. Your life matters.
Open in the middle of the football field, catches it for a touchdown. Would you look at that? Evergreen. Would you look at that? Cool with the big three. Great. Takes it all the way now. Nice. Hey, we want to welcome you guys back here to McKenzie Stadium, Evergreen School District here. EPS Sports, you got Rod Lawrence and Ryan Vastbinder here tonight. We're at McKenzie Stadium where we got the Titans going against the Timberwolves as we kick off here this second half of play. Titans on top, 49-0. And Heritage comes out of the gate here with a nice little run that's going to get them some decent field position. Nicholson Detell is the one who carries that ball, and he's going to get it back out to about the 45-yard line. So they will start this second quarter with some decent field position. Ryan, I was down there talking to Matt at halftime, and he asked me what does Heritage need to do, and to kind of stay up for this game. And as a coach, what do you say to him at halftime? And and it's a tough thing to try to keep them up for a game like this, and you're getting beat like this. It's just going to be come out here, keep your heads up, play prideful, and let's play some clean, free football here.
Yeah, that's what you really have to focus on. I mean, these are the opportunities where you don't want to make mistakes like that.
As we talk about this, we have a big miscue there at the beginning. The Titans take advantage of it, jump back on the fumble here, and they're going to get the ball back at the 35-yard line. So kind of what we were talking about, what the Heritage needs to do, they're kind of going through it here, and we're seeing here, and that is Anthony Key doesn't even really go for the ball once you see it hits the turf. It looks like that the kids have already kind of checked out here. Hopefully that's not the case and they can get back into this going forward. Looks like Union has changed up personnel, though, and looks like we are back to Alex German, number 11. So he is the quarterback out here right now.
I think it's 6.
He is a junior, 6'2", 185. So a nice-sized guy here. Quarterback does a good job drawing the defensive front line into the neutral zone to get an extra 5 yards out of the deal. That'll bring up second down and 5. Long is the running back lined up in the pistol formation. They'll give it to him. He'll take that right up the middle. Actually, I checked that. That is not Long. That is a different running back. That's number 6. That is Julius Jones, senior running back for the Titans. Slot formation off to the far side. Once again, front four for the defense steps into the neutral zone, and they are going to go another 5 yards, and they'll bring up 1st and 5 this time. Malachi Campbell now lined up on the numbers. He is the outside receiver here at the bottom of your screen. Field clock down to 9 seconds. Going to be a high snap, but he's able to get his hands on it. Malachi goes up for that. almost double catches that one, but is going to fall out of bounds out of the back of the end zone. Good try, good concentration there by the receiver. Jared Padley, the DB on that play, who also does a good job defending him, not making that one easy. Here's a replay of it as they both go up for the ball, and Padley just kind of slaps that out. Malachi definitely trying to stay focused and try to recatch that ball. Julius Jones driving his legs. He's going to get a hard 6-7 yards out of this one, and it is going to move the chains as they get down inside the 15-yard line. First down and 10. We did discuss a running clock at the end of the first half of this game. At this point, the clock will still continue to run as Heritage has not been able to close the gap, and we are at running clock status right now. It is what is called the Mercy Rule. Jones once again is going to get that ball. We got a late flag coming in off the side. We'll see what that's going to be about. John Vaughter, number 23, drags him down from behind. We'll see what the penalty is, because the line judge threw that penalty flag.
Yeah, it's a hold on the offense, so this is going to move the ball back.
And you are correct, Ryan, as the white cap lets us know what's going on. So with that holding call, that'll bring up first down and 18. Nice little screenplay right there. And this is going to be another touchdown from Malachi Campbell, which is his second touchdown of the night.
It is.
Nice little pass, and then on that screen right up the middle of the field, nobody around to even touch him as they push the score out to 55. And, you know, and that's just another thing that the Union Titans, showing the depth. The game we covered last time we covered these guys, Malachi Campbell didn't get in the game. And then we see this young man tonight doing, coming in and out of the game throughout the game and making nice catches, making, 2 touchdowns for the evening. Pitts puts that one through, and it is now 56. 6:03 left to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, and then that's something about the Union Titans program. They're always able to get athletes to come out for their football program.
Yeah, they sure do.
You take a look at their roster that we have in front of us, and you compare it to the size of other teams, and it looks like I'm looking at the roster for the New York Jets.
Yeah.
And so there's plenty of talent on this team. First string, the first team, the second team, they have lots of depth, and so even when you have somebody, even take a look at Darren Ulrich, right? Mm-hmm. He's injured, he's out. Tonight it hasn't missed his presence.
No, not at all. Not at all.
And so he's one of those star guys who's a captain of this team who's not able to play. And
yeah, he's cheering him on from the bench tonight. All right, looks like Coach Rosenbach is dipping into his going deeper into his bench here and giving some people some opportunity to get some Friday night lights. Ball will get picked up. Oh, and he's going to get fumbled. He's going to have to go back and get that. Nice little run. And he's going to get drugged down across the 25. He'll make it down to the 27-yard line. He got tackled kind of weirdly, so let's kind of, he's getting up slow. I don't know, well, maybe he decided not to get up. We'll see here. He kind of fell back on his heels when they were tackling him, so he went down kind of weirdly. So it looks like he's gonna be okay. He's kind of walking it off. Nicky Scott still the starting quarterback tonight for the second half. Cameron Hart now is the outside guy. They'll take that one right up the middle for a couple, and that's going to be Cowley. Cowley's going to get a couple out of that. Second down. Breakout now, wing position. He's going to go into motion. But we have a flag down from the line judge over there on the far side of the field. It looks like Titan defense lined up in the neutral zone. So Heritage will get 5 yards out of that. It'll bring up second down, and it looks like about 2 yards to go. All right, well, we're still breaking the huddle. It's some enthusiasm. We're going to hand this ball off. Crawley trying to make the first person miss, sidesteps that first tackle. Depending on the spot, yeah, they are going to go ahead and give it to him. That'll bring up first down and 10 from the 38-yard line. See Evergreen across the field getting ready for game 2 of the doubleheader tonight, where it's going to be Mountain View versus Evergreen. Also a league game for the Greater St. Helens 3A. I'm going to hand this one off. This time Crawley doesn't have a whole lot of places to go. Looks like they will give him the line of scrimmage and then bring up second and 10. And now the Mountain View Thunder have entered the stadium. And that off to Crawley this time. This time he's going to get tripped up. Did find a hole. Just kind of stepped through. He's going to get down across the 40-yard line. And that will bring up second down. You know, you're kind of looking at these guys kind of move the ball a little bit. You know, good guy Paul Valencia here, out here watching these games as well as Michael Rice from the Columbian. Kind of talking about the total yards and everything, and Heritage only having 66 in that first half.
Yeah, that's, you know,
and you know, then you know, it's just you can't get any worse. A nice little draw play they tried to get set up there, and the ball gets fumbled, and they lose even more yardage on a play that actually was successful for them in the first half. You know, you can just kind of tell that the focus is not there right now for the Heritage Timberwolves, unfortunately.
No, it's not, you know, and I mean in that first half they had a couple of good plays that got decent yardages that moved the chains, and but every time that happened, they either ended up with a penalty or a miscue that set them back, and they just don't have the focus, and what they need to understand is that at this point, this is an opportunity.
Yeah, it sure is.
The game's out of reach, right? But this is an opportunity to go ahead, and you're playing against a much better football team, and it's just like any time you go out there and practice and you pit the JV against the varsity squad.
Yeah.
Right? The JV squad's never supposed to win, but they're going to go out there, they're going to play their hearts out, and they're going to show that they belong.
Right.
And this is that same type of mentality that's needed, the same type of opportunity, and that's how the Timberwolves need to treat this game here in the second half.
No, I agree with you wholeheartedly on that one. Union, on the other hand, having a very successful first half. The running back takes that ball right up the middle, gets across the 40, down to about the 42. And we just kind of talk about the fact that C.J. Jordan, 5 different receivers caught passes in that first half.
For 329 yards.
Yeah. Tobias Merriweather, five passes himself for well over 100 yards and a couple of touchdowns.
Oh, yeah. For sure. I mean, Merriweather had, let me count them up real quick. I'm counting 3 passes over 30 yards.
Yeah, most definitely. Hey, and with that being said, that is going to run the third quarter out. The Union Titans 56. The Heritage Timberwolves are still unable to score up to this point as we go into the fourth quarter. So this quarter, I would imagine, is going to run pretty quick. Still in the running clock status here as we get ready for quarter 4 here at McKenzie Stadium. Hey, I want to make sure everybody stay tuned. The start time for our second game is 7:30. That is going to be the Evergreen Plainsmen against the Mountain View Thunder. That ought to be a pretty good game. Pretty good matchup. Those schools, rivalries of each other. Most people know one team is definitely having a better year with Mountain View 5-1, and it looks like Evergreen is 3-3. So right now they're at a 500 ball club, which is something that they haven't been able to do. So if Coach Sweeney can keep them at a 500 pace, that is definitely something to build on for the next year.
Yeah, it'll definitely be a successful season for Evergreen if they can maintain it. And, the funny thing is that during these rivalry games, you never know what's going to happen, especially now with the rain starting to fall down here at McKenzie Stadium. Weird things can happen with the ball, and, a couple of miscues and a couple of drop, fumbles, and it can turn a game on its head.
Yeah, it sure
and
can.
So it can definitely be interesting. The emotions will definitely be up. It'll be exciting. It'll be a good game to watch.
Yeah. Nice open field tackle there. That was Anthony McKee. Receiver on that was Reedman. Once again on a quick slant. Almost picked off there. Has a DB following behind the receiver pretty close. Aiden Hermison. That will bring up a fourth down, and Union will punt for only the second time in this entire game here. 11 minutes and 2 seconds left to play. Clock continuing to run. Noah Silverthorpe, the kicker. He does get that one off. And it takes a real good bounce as they chase it down inside the 20, and it looks like it's going to be down at about the 18-yard line. So Heritage will come back on the field, and it'll be first down and 10 from the 18. Looks like defensively, Coach is going into the bench a little bit, giving some more kids an opportunity to play tonight. After the week the kids had last week, and I'm speaking of the Titans, they have to feel real good about the way they played ball tonight. Roll out, gets that ball up the field. Key there to make the catch. Steps back inside and is going to lower his shoulders and get down to the 30-yard line. Nice little 10-yard catch and run. That'll move the chains.
Yeah, there hasn't been a whole lot of negative things to say about the Union football team tonight.
No,
I mean,
not at all.
they've had a couple of poor decisions and throws from the quarterback, but that's more of a learning opportunity and not to throw across your body and off that back foot. That but other than that, they've played solid football tonight.
Sure have. Isaac Roa on that carry. Bring up 2nd and 7. And that on the fly sweep. He does get into the open field. I don't know if he's going to get caught. Gets out there, passed down to the 25-yard line before he gets run out of bounds. Nicholson Datel on a nice fly sweep. The biggest play from scrimmage for the Timberwolves all game tonight.
It certainly was, and here's a replay.
Yeah, and as he just turns right upfield and just runs through the pack. Another one right up the middle as they're just trying to move the ball down the field here. Cole Aronson, number 21, was the one who saved the touchdown as he had the angle on Datel and was able to run him out of bounds. Nice 5-yard run there. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 5. There's a man looking for a man in the end zone. He's able to go up and get that. Did he get his feet down and caught the ball, but not able to get his feet down in bounds? Great job there on his concentration level, and that was Aiden Hermison.
Yeah, that's a great catch, and here's that replay, and it looks like he just bobbles it right as he's trying. He's not able to go ahead and control that football as he brings it down. That's why it was called incomplete.
Yeah, good try, though. Good concentration. Nice catch. Drops back again. Nice inside handoff. Now has a man in the open. He's going to make it. Breaks inside the block. Spins inside. They're not going to give him the touchdown, though. They're going to get him down to the 1-yard line. First and goal, I should say, from the 1. Nice little run there by Anthony Key on an inside handoff.
And this has been the best offensive series Heritage has had all night.
They sure have. Here's it again. A little misdirection here. They hand it off on the inside. Key steps right inside that block, looking to get that ball into the end zone and get stopped.
Yeah, I will say that I am extremely.
And they are going to give, and there's the sign officially. And Heritage, for the first time tonight, has gotten on the board with 6 points. 5:49 left to play.
What I was saying is I'm extremely impressed with Nicky Scott and his ability to hide the football on those misdirections.
Yes.
He does it extremely well. He's fooled me a couple times tonight trying to follow the play. And I've been impressed.
Yeah. I mean, that's the one thing about The wing T offense is it's about being able to mesh the ball real good with the receivers. So with the running backs, so the defense doesn't really know where the ball is at any given time, and just that split second can give you enough time to create a hole in the crease for these running backs to get through and make something positive happen. We have got the kick. Israel Gonzalez is the kicker, and he is able to put that through the uprights and put 7 points on the board. So Heritage able to score here in the fourth quarter. 5:49 left to play. And they are able to get on the scoreboard. So that is definitely something to hang their hats on. They put together a nice little series. Good series of plays called. Nice runs. Good blocking up front. And they were able to move the ball down the field and have something positive happen here at the end of that. So it looks like the Union Titans now 1-1 in league. Makes things pretty interesting. They still have to play Camas.
Right. That'll
Camas and Battleground. Or have they already played Battleground? Did we miss that game? That's another 4A school, so I'm just trying to think. No, they hadn't have played because they've only had one loss,
right? And they
league-wise, and that was Skyview. So they still need to play Battleground and Camas. Camas, I do believe, is going to be the game at the. That's generally that they generally hold that one out for the last game of regular season. It generally has some kind of implications of what's going to happen next. Field, home field advantage and what have you. I think the Skyview wins kind of made things a little weird for them. That ball's going to be caught right there at the 30. Nice little run there. As Union gets down across midfield. Jaden Jones, sophomore there. The one who carries that ball and gets it down in the Heritage territory.
Yeah, so Union will play Battleground next week and then finish the season up in Camas.
Okay.
That's always a fun game to watch.
Yeah, it sure is. And that ball right up the middle. It's going to get down across the 45-yard line. That's going to be Jones.
Yeah, for those of you who aren't aware, before Union was built, most of these kids would have been Camas kids for the most part.
Some of them would have been.
Yeah, so
Camas and Evergreen.
Yep, Camas and Evergreen. So you've got these kids who have friends on both, on the other side, and they've grown up together and they've played against each other and with each other, and it always turns into a fun game.
Sure does. Jones once again, nice little run, spins out into the 40. It's Julius Jones running the ball now. Isaiah Jones, quiet tonight, not really needed. The Union kind of aired out their passing game tonight and was successful with it. Didn't really run the ball a whole lot. Didn't need to.
No, they only had 33 yards rushing that first half.
Yeah. Nice catch there on that screen play. Tajon Code, number 23, gets the catch on that one. A junior. All right, pistol formation here. Going to hand that ball off again to Jones. Jones finds the edge. He's going to make it across the 30-yard line, go down about the 28. This is a nice little 8-yard run there. Second down. Quarterback takes the snap, letting the field clock get down under 10 seconds before they take a snap. There's that. Hands it off once again to Jones. This time Jones has nowhere to go. And looks like they will give him about a yard on that one. They'll bring up third down. You guys can see the rain's coming down pretty good out there now. Seems to make for an interesting second game tonight with the Plainsmen and the Thunder. Takes the snap. Another run right up the middle. He'll make it across the 25-yard line. So it will be enough to move the chains. Just under a minute and a half left to play in this game.
You know what's interesting is that I don't think the rain started until Mountain View showed up. So did the Thunder bring the rain?
That is possible. That is possible. I like that. All right, well, they're in the victory formation here. This looks like this will probably be the last play from scrimmage here. Union Titans dominated tonight in the air. Didn't necessarily have to run the ball like you said earlier. 33 yards on the ground. Well over 400 yards now. It was 3 and change at halftime. They hit the 400 mark here in this second half easily, and the majority of that, 90% of that, was all passes.
Yeah,
all pass plays.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, taking a look, they opened up their run game a little bit in the second half. I think some of that's just sportsmanship and that type of thing. But yeah, I mean, they had total 361 yards after that first half. And so they're well over 400. It was an impressive performance tonight by C.J. Jordan. I think he's going to go back, watch film, and realize that there were a few mistakes that he made, so he can better himself for next week. But overall, it was an outstanding performance by Union tonight.
Yeah, and with that being said, that does end the game here. Union Titans on top, 56-7 over the Heritage Timberwolves. You guys stay tuned with us. Remember, 7:30 is the kickoff for the doubleheader. We've got the Evergreen.